Hey, how you guys doing? I'm Nate Anime and welcome back to my channel. So, in today's video, I'm going to be installing some very interesting pieces of equipment to my vehicle. So, as you can see right here, these are two-point bars. These are anti-roll bars to kind of help the car, handle a little bit better. This long one right here is for the trunk. And this one down here is for the front of the car. There's like a little thing that you can put in the front of the car, under the car that is. And these two are going to help improve my car's handling. Very similar to the strut bar that you guys have already seen in my past videos. That's inside the engine of my vehicle, or at least in the engine bay of my vehicle. That bar actually improved how my car cornered, because my car cornered pretty badly when I first started driving it, and after installing that, it actually works so much better. But so let's get into this. So the first one I am looking to install is the front 2-point bar for the front of the car underneath it. This will join the strut bar, and with those two working together, the handling of my vehicle will turn out to be so much better. So this is an ultra racing 2-point bar. Again, very similar to the strut bar that's in the engine bay of my vehicle. This is a strut bar specifically made for the Kia Forte first generation. This can go on the coupe, the sedan, and the hatchback as well. So if you are looking to put these performance or handling performance parts onto your Kia Forte first gen, you can, and it is available for you. Now, as for the trunk though, this is only I believe compatible with it does say the coupe. I don't know. This is for a sedan though, so I don't know. It might not be compatible with the hatchback, maybe, because I do believe the hatchback does not have the same trunk, obviously, because it is a hatchback. So I don't know what the alternative would be for the hatchback, but yeah, this bar would not be for the hatchback. So if you're looking for something like this for the hatchback, I'm pretty sure Ultra Racing has it for you, but I don't know what it is exactly. But anyways, though, again, we're going to be focusing this first part on the 2-point bar. So I'm going to show a picture of it on the screen here, because it's not going to be very easy for me to even show you how I'm going to truly install it. But yeah, basically there are 2 points under the car that this bar will be attached to. All you have to do is just unscrew those 2 screws and put this bar on, and you are all set up to go. Very simple, very easy. So yeah, let's get on to this first one here. Alright, so I'm outside now, got the car all jacked up. So let's take a look here and see where this needs to be installed. Alright, so this might not show up too well because it is kind of a tight squeeze, even with the jacks under here, but oh gosh. This bar will be going into this screw right here, and try to show it on this side. Very tight squeeze, by the way. It will go into, where is it? I can't catch it. Right here, right there. Alright, so again, I think I might just show the picture that they have demonstrated, because it's a little bit easier. But yeah, just gotta get those 2 screws out and screw this in. Hopefully they are not too screwed down. So yeah, let me do that, take this out of the package, and see how it works out. Alright, so I finally got that screw, the screw out on both sides of the car. Word of advice: use an impact tool like this, and use a wrench. Use both hands. It is a little bit difficult because you do have to get a little bit under the control arm there, but just take the wrench, go on the top here, which will loosen this screw up here. You want to hold it down, and then you want to take the impact gun or impact wrench and unscrew this. So yeah, that was that was very interesting, very time consuming. I actually need more tools than I thought I did, but yeah, so far I'm getting the job done so far. Now the interesting part is actually getting this on. I guess with me trying to hold it, so yeah, it's gonna be very interesting because I gotta screw this back in while holding this screw in. So yeah, it's gonna be very interesting. Now that I think about it, I kind of need another jack stand to kind of hold that up. But I guess I'll just have to use strength for the moment. All right, so it's somewhat all up there and ready to go. This side is somewhat tight, and this side is not 100% tight, but I am working on that right now. I got the socket wrench here, went onto the top, tightened it as much as I can possibly tighten it, at least with my strength. I actually am thinking of actually removing the front tire and possibly getting a torque wrench in there to try to get those try to get that screw a little bit more tighter, or that bolt a little bit more tighter, so it doesn't go anywhere, because it was a pain to get this thing off, but it seems to be a little bit easier to get on. But I want to make sure this thing stays on, because, well, this is supposed to be supporting the suspension. If it flies off, then well, it won't be supporting anything, and in fact it might actually kill me, so I don't know. But yeah, anyway, so I'm gonna get this side all done, and then use the socket wrench to tighten it along with the impact. And then, like I said, I'm gonna try to take off my tire and see if I can get in there with a torque wrench and try to get it even tighter, just in case. All right, so after a little bit of effort, I finally got this 2-point bar onto the Kia Forte. It's nice and tight. Again, use the torque wrench to make sure it's real nice and tight. Again, you might have to take that wheel off, the front two wheels, to actually get the top screw tight if you need to. Besides that, if you are wondering though, what is this screw? Both screws are screwed to. It's actually the control arm. So yeah, if you've ever worked on the control arm, then you know exactly where the front screw is on the Kia Forte. So yeah, anyways, that was very interesting. All right, so that's kind of about it. If you haven't noticed, I didn't really do too much recording because, believe it or not, installing this 2-point bar was actually pretty taxing. Sometimes I wish I had someone else to actually record me installing the parts onto my car, but unfortunately I am a one-man show, so I couldn't show too much of me installing the bar, properly. But if you know your way around cars, this should be easy for you. If you don't know your way around cars, this will be a learning experience for you. And even though I do kind of know my way around cars, this was definitely a learning experience for me. So yeah, it will be a very interesting thing to put on your car. It will definitely help you improve on your handling. I've already driven with it. Spoiler alert, this is future Nate. I've driven with the part on my car, and it runs perfectly. Now, there is something else I do want to show that I did actually encounter 2 weeks after installing it. I'm gonna let it play right here. It's a very interesting situation. So, even though my car is not low, I have a 2-point bar underneath that's apparently so low that it actually scraped while trying to get into this Goodwill parking lot. Kind of sucks. But yeah, those are the marks right there. Hopefully nothing's truly damaged, like, I don't know, control arms. Hopefully the control arms aren't damaged or anything like that. As you can see right there, did not know that was going to happen. Was very unaware of that, but apparently yes, you can scrape with this 2-point bar. Now mind you, again, I am on stock suspension. I am not on coilovers. I am not on lowering springs. The suspension is as stock as it can be from the factory, and I scraped on this entrance coming into a store. And believe it or not, a couple of days later, I actually scraped again going into another parking lot. So basically, if you don't want to scrape with the 2-point bar on, kind of drive it in the way people with stance cars kind of drive them in. If you see a hump, try to go in sideways instead of going in straight forward. That's really the key here. Now, as for damage, thankfully there was no damage to the actual car itself. Obviously, the damage was more on the 2-point bar, which was still being held on really nice and tightly. There's no like damage as in like the bar has been ripped off or some shit like that. No, just more of cosmetics, honestly. It obviously does have the scrapes on it, and eventually after a while, after that metal has been exposed, it did start to rust just a little bit. But as for the bar, the entire bar itself, honestly, it's holding up pretty good. It's really fine. I mean, obviously the only thing that's really bad about it right now, just has a couple of blemishes. Doesn't look perfect, doesn't look cute, doesn't look nice and clean and stuff like that. As long as the bar itself is doing its job, it's still stable, it's still holding the car nice and tight. That's all I care about right now. It's not like I'm trying to do some crazy car show for underneath the car, But yeah, honestly, if you have a first gen Kia Forte coupe, hatchback, sedan, I'd recommend it, because I've been driving with it, especially with the strut bar on top. A really good combination of handling. Honestly, I would definitely recommend buying it. But yeah, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video of me installing this strut bar and then learning the consequences later on. If you guys enjoy it, make sure to leave a like. I do have more videos of me installing parts to my car, so stay tuned for that. But anyways, that's it, and I'll see you guys in the next video.